Hi, everyone. My name is Margaret Henn, and I'm the Deputy Director at Maryland Volunteer Lawyers Service. I'm here to talk to you today about tax credits and water programs that could be helpful to your clients. One of the things that we staff attorneys at MVLS see is that a lot of our clients who come in with foreclosure, tax sale, consumer, estate, other types of issues. Part of resolving their issue is a legal solution that you're helping them with. The other part of it is getting themselves the resources that they're entitled to put themselves in a financial situation where they're able to stabilize their housing and their household long term. And that's where some of these tax credits and water bill programs come in. The first two credits that I'm going to talk about are statewide credits, so available to people throughout the state of Maryland. One is the homestead credit. This credit is available to anyone who is a homeowner and an owner occupant in their house. It is not income based, so anyone who owns a home throughout the state of Maryland can get this credit. You fill out the application one time, and it stays on the property as long as you continue to own and live in that property. This credit protects people when their assessments go up from having their taxes jump too much from one year to the next year. And so this can be really critical to our clients as if their assessments do increase from one year to the next, from putting them into a position where they're not able to pay their taxes and they may potentially go into tax sale. So the homestead tax credit is really a no-brainer, no reason not to apply for it. I would encourage anyone to do so. You can do so through SSTAT's website, or there's also downloadable forms that you can get there for that credit. The next credit that I want to talk about is the homeowner's property tax credit. And this is one of the ones that I've seen be really the most impactful for our clients, because the way it works is it is an income-based credit. It's people whose households make $60,000 a year or less are eligible for it. And it goes on a tiered scale. So the less money that you make each year, the more of a credit that you're eligible for under this program. So we have literally seen clients whose taxes went down to zero. They don't owe anything on their property taxes because their income is so low and they qualified under this credit. We also sometimes are able to get people retroactive credits, particularly if they're 70 or older for the past 3 years, which can really help people who are facing tax sale or some other kind of financial crisis. So the homeowner's property tax credit is something that we do typically also screen every homeowner for. People who are in heirs property are also eligible, but there's a little bit more they have to do in terms of proving that they have the right to that property, like showing letters of administration or a will. The one thing to know about this credit is that you do have to apply every year. So we do sometimes see clients where they're put into a crisis situation because they had been getting the credit each year and they forgot one year, or they were in the hospital. So the homeowner's property tax credit is another one I would strongly encourage our volunteers to ask your clients if they're getting it. You can look on SSTAT to see if they're getting it. It'll be listed at the bottom of the page when you look up their property. And again, you can go on SSTAT's website, or you can download forms to apply for this credit if the client is not getting it, and they can submit it. So there are some other credits out there to be available. I mean, to look into depending on your client's situation. For instance, there's one for individuals who are 100% blind. There are certain veterans tax credits. So there are some additional ones that may be applicable to some people, but we really see the homestead and the homeowner's property tax credit being applicable to most of our clients. So strongly encourage volunteers to look into those credits for their clients. The second thing I want to talk to you about today, which we use frequently to try to stabilize people's home ownership, is water bill programs. So these ones that I'm going to talk about now are specific to Baltimore City, but water utilities throughout the state have their own programs. And so wherever your client is located, I would encourage them to look into those programs as well. In Baltimore City, there's a program called Water for All, which many people don't know about. It is also an income-based program. So what that means is um, the client would have to submit information about their income, and based on how much their household makes, their water bill would be capped at a certain amount. This program went into effect couple years ago, right around the beginning of COVID. But again, many people don't know about it and they don't apply for it, and they could be saving a lot of money on their water bills, which can ultimately make staying in that house more affordable. So that's definitely a program that I would encourage people to look into. There's also another thing within DPW in Baltimore City called the Office of Customer Advocate that MVLS works with pretty closely. And this office helps people who may have billing disputes or concerns try to resolve those issues. Um, there is a phone number for that office, 443-984-9222, or you can always reach out to myself or another MVLS staff member to get you connected with the right people in that office to try to help resolve your client's issue. But again, a resource that a lot of people don't know is available, and they really do work with individuals to try to help them sort out and get any relief that they might be able to get under their bill. So, thanks for joining me this afternoon. And I offer myself for any questions about credits, programs, or anything else that your client might be entitled to. And have a great rest of the day. Thank you.